you, Coaster. Well, the $330 billion auction rate securities industry has been shaken by state and federal investigations. Big banks like UBS have suspended traders amid the mess. At the heart of it all is an industry run by Wall Street banks, which set weekly or monthly auctions of the securities. Mutual funds, towns, and student loan issuers use them to borrow money for the long term, but at short-term rates. And joining us now to explain how this affects everything from Facebook to student loans is Barry Silbert. He is the CEO of Restricted Stock Partners. Welcome to Happy Hour, Barry.
Great to be here.
Okay, so first of all, explain for our viewers what the auction rate securities market is.
Sure. It was a way for these issuers to raise money at short-term rates, although it was long-term securities. And so for about 20...
So they get better rates?
Better rates, lower rates, but long-term capital. So for 20 years, this was a market that worked just fine. The auctions, which was where the holders could get out of their securities, worked just fine. But in February of this year, the banks, due to credit issues, balance sheet issues, could not support these auctions anymore, and the holders were left without a place to sell their securities.
So, and thus, this is where you guys come in to help. Maybe so. Basically, the market's not liquid, meaning the market's not working, the money's not flowing back and forth between buyers and sellers. So your company comes in and tries to fill the void.
That's right. So my company, Restricted Stock Partners, we created what we believe to be the largest secondary market for liquid assets. So when the auctions started breaking down, we figured that this was a great opportunity for us to open it up to auction rate securities. And so since that time, over the past 5 months, our secondary market, which is called the Restricted Securities Trading Network, or RSTN as we call it, has emerged as the secondary market for auction rate securities.
So now, had your company existed before this, or this is the opportunity for your company to really make a mark?
Sure. We launched in 2005, primarily focusing on restricted securities in public companies. Then we added auction rate securities, and then in March of this year, we added bankruptcy claims.
So, and this is key because this is part of the whole credit crunch, whereas the banks aren't lending money, people are finding it hard, people or businesses are finding it hard, and now you have these municipalities in trouble as well because they're not able to raise money through bonds and build a new school, for example.
That's right. I mean, there is literally trillions of dollars of liquid assets stuck in the hands of holders who can't get liquidity right now, and it is affecting the cost that municipalities have to pay to get financing. It's affecting student loans. It's affecting a lot of areas on Wall Street.
Yeah,
right
we
now.
had the big news with the student loans last week, but how is your company able to do it? I mean, if they're not able to do it on their own, what do you do differently that makes up for the void?
Sure. So the RSTN, it's an online trading platform that enables the buyers and sellers to come together anonymously. So we handle all the transactions, all the negotiations, we handle all the settlements. So right now there's about 1,500 participants on the RSTN, hedge funds, banks, all the broker-dealers.
But then are the rates now higher? People have to pay more and people get less before what they were getting?
Well, it's a great question. That actually affects the discounts that these securities are trading at. So some of these securities are paying very, very low rates, 1 or 2%, and sometimes 0%. So what that means is in the secondary market, the prices that someone's going to be willing to pay for these is going to be a discount of 5%, 15%, as big as 50%.
Now, I know you guys also you trade in Facebook. Well, how does that happen? Facebook's not a public company.
Sure. We, over the past 3 years, have developed, I think, a pretty good reputation for being the marketplace for liquid assets. And over the past 3 months, we started getting a lot of calls from former employees and consultants of Facebook who are looking for a place to sell their securities. And I would say since April, we've done a handful of transactions. We've got a lot of Facebook for sale right now through the trading platform. And so it could finally answer the question, what is Facebook worth?
Okay, but so these are employees who have company stock because they were with the company early on and they're selling it.
That's right. The sellers to date have been former employees, they've been consultants, they've been some of the early investors in the company.
So what is Facebook worth then? Put
Okay,
a dollar value on it.
Okay, so everybody knows Microsoft invested at about a $15 billion valuation last year. And I think for a lot of reasons, people didn't believe that that was a fair value because there were strategic reasons involved. The market right now is in the $6 to $8 billion range. There's a lot of buyers at $4 billion, and there's a lot of buyers or sellers at $10 billion.
Yeah.
And so the transactions that are getting done through the RSTN right now tend to be in that $6 to $8 billion range.
Interesting. All right. Thank you, Barry Silbert, CEO of Restricted Stock Partners. And on tap next, Wix struggling.